Well, hello there, Virgo. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm sorry I've been away for a little bit. I had a fall while I was hiking towards the end of October, and I broke a couple of ribs. I've just had kind of a hard time recouping, but I am back up and really excited to be back, and I really missed you. So I'm glad to have you here, and I'm so grateful for all of your support. Today we are going to be doing your weekly tarot reading. This is good for November 14th through the 20th. I'm also having a contest for a free personal reading. If you're interested in that, I'll have the details of that at the end of this video. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider like, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. Interesting. I think Sag had that same one, and travel. You are moving. You are having to clear out the clutter because you are packing your bags, and you are Virgo is leaving the building. It's a very interesting energy there. I love it. I mean, I really do. Whether you're actually moving or thinking of traveling, it's this energy of you're ready for new. You're just ready for new. You know, for some of you, you could be actually clearing out your office and quitting your job. You know, leaving a relationship. It's just kind of like, okay, I'm ready for something new. It's definitely ready for something new. Oh, and I think for some of you, it may have something to do with love. Yeah. You know, let's think about that for a minute. You know, last week we had the full moon in Taurus, and then we also had the 11/11 portal. Both of those are energies of, just kind of clearing out emotions or things in our life that are no longer serving us. Kind of, you know, being a little bit tough with ourselves about that. So if you felt that, you know, I feel like this may be part of this. It's kind of like, okay, I'm done with something, whatever that is. I'm done. And you're moving on. And I really like this because it's, you know, you're telling yourself the truth in the situation. I feel like you may share your truth with somebody else. It's the 8 of Cups energy. You know, I'm walking away from something that may not be awful towards something that is going to make me happy, because where you are right now may not be satisfying you. It's not fulfilling you. It's not what it is that you truly want. So you're deciding to go in a new direction. I think for some of you, you really are going to be getting some type of, you know, offer, or perhaps even some wisdom, some guidance from maybe even advice from somebody. It's kind of like, yeah, I have to go find something that is much more balanced, that is bringing me the joy and happiness that I'm really seeking. So let's take a look here at your present energy. We have TikTok, which is divine timing, and then the Ace of Wands. You are being inspired this week. There is just something. I feel like it's almost like a lightning bolt. I mean, it really is. I think it's kind of like it's almost this energy of you wake up one morning and you go into the bathroom, you look at yourself in the mirror, and you're like, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with whatever it is, right? Whether it's a relationship, a career, a job, it's like, I'm done. And it's almost as if you're just like, okay, that's it. I'm going in this new direction, and you may not even know what this new direction is actually, where it's actually taking you, but I don't think you care. I think it's kind of like, yeah, it's almost this sense of, you know, of where maybe, and I'm not saying that you've had a heartbreak or anything, but you know how you go through kind of like a slump. You know, every once in a while, everybody kind of goes through a slump, and something may have triggered the slump, right? But you go through a slump, and then one day you're just kind of like, okay, I'm done. I'm done feeling sorry for myself. I'm done, you know, living in my PJs, eating ice cream all day, or, you know, just binge watching movies or videos or whatever, right? It's kind of like, okay, I'm done. I wallowed enough. And I feel almost as if that's how you're getting it. It's almost like you're just like pulling up your own bootstraps. And it's kind of like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to move on. Okay. Whether it's physically moving or if it's emotionally moving. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you were really getting, yeah, lots of divine masculine here. We have the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. Lots of communication. I think for some of you, you may actually get some type of an offer from, a new business prospect or something like that. But it doesn't matter. It's kind of this energy of you getting inspired to take action. And I feel like the thing you're taking action on the most is honestly your financial stability. It's your career. It's your job. It's kind of like, I don't want to just worry about how to pay the bills or make the rent this month. It's almost this sense, I want financial security for a long time. So it could be, with that moment where you're looking in the mirror, it's kind of like, why am I putting up with this job that's not balanced? I'm giving too much to this job. They're not paying me as much as I'm worth. That's it. And I'm not saying you go in and quit that day, but I bet for some of you, you are getting out your resume. You're cleaning up your resume. You may be starting to put some feelers out for new jobs or something like that. It's this energy of, okay, I'm done with that, kind of like that chapter. But I think you got yourself, perhaps for some of you, you may have gotten yourself in this situation where you're feeling heartbroken. But the reason you're feeling heartbroken is that you allowed somebody or some situation to take advantage of you. And now it's almost like you're mad. Okay, it's this energy of, you're kind of like mad, but it's a good mad, Virgo. It's a good mad because it's kind of like you're like, okay, that's it. I've got to stand up for myself. And I think that's exactly, it's kind of like my back is like getting really strong and, it's kind of like, I'm moving forward. And I think for some of you, there is this energy. We have the Knight of Cups and we have the Justice. I'm not surprised. Kind of like you've been maybe toying with some ideas, but it's kind of like, okay, to me, it's interesting because the Knight of Cups is a lovely energy, but it's almost like you have been, I don't know, kind of like a little bit walking on eggshells, kind of like not having a conversation that you need to have, or you've just been too loving, too giving to a situation. It hasn't been balanced, right? And now you're kind of like, okay, I'm tired of juggling all of this. I'm tired of doing more work than everybody else, or more work than my partner or my significant other or my family members or whatever. It's just kind of like, that's it. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah, because you're getting inspired. You're kind of like, I want something that's long lasting. I really feel like for some of you, this might be a family situation or a work situation, because we have a lot of pentacles here. Coming in and knowing, okay, I have to move on. And look, you have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. You're just kind of like starting this new chapter. It's kind of like, it's almost like I keep getting this, when I was talking about the bathroom mirror, looking in the bathroom mirror, I had this image of like, having bottles and toothbrushes and, all the toiletries on the bathroom sink and just like clearing it all off. And it's like, okay, I'm just buying new, Well, I feel like that's how it is. It's kind of like I'm clearing the slate. I'm clearing the slate and I'm starting new. And this time I'm doing it different, because look at this. This is your obstacle, but this is what you're overcoming this week, Virgo. You have the Judgment card and you have the Loyal Heart. I think you're trying to give yourself a second chance at life, but this time you're putting yourself first. And, you're being loyal to your own heart. You're stepping into this energy of truly being loyal to yourself, of understanding, okay, you know what? In the past, I've just given too much. Clearing this slate. This time, I'm going back to the drawing board, but this time I am creating what it is that I really want to create in the way that I want to create it. I also like this. I think for some of you, it is almost a sense of returning to a love, okay? Returning to the idea of loving relationships. I feel like you got kind of maybe a little bit sidetracked because of this, right? This difficult situation. Six of Cups, you know, thinking of someone in the past or perhaps a family situation that was heartbreaking. And now it's kind of like, okay, wait a minute. This person is not going to prevent me from having love in my life, because I think that you went through this difficult situation. Maggie's snoring. You went through this difficult situation, but when you did, it's almost like you closed your heart to love. Now you're kind of like, no, wait a minute. I'm choosing love. I'm choosing to love myself, and I'm choosing to love other people that, you know, are willing to give and take as much as I am. So it's just a lovely energy. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, Six of Wands, Six of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, there is a little bit of, you know, parent energy here, or romantic partner, family, mother, father, because we have the King and Queen of Pentacles kind of representing family. And the Six of Cups, we have the Six of Cups twice. I feel like you're getting on top of this. You're being recognized. You're being acknowledged. You know, I think you're willing to acknowledge that you do want to be part of a situation. Okay, that you're coming back around to this loving energy. Yeah, but it's this energy of I want to clean the slate, you know, clear off the clutter, clear the slate, and then start again. And it may mean that, you know, you do have to have a conversation with somebody about that in order to get to this place where you can kind of start over. I feel like you're wanting to start over. But start over in a totally different way. You don't want to go back to what it was. That's for sure. Yeah, you want to drop the burdens of the past, but you also understand that there is treasure here. It's not something that you want to throw away. It's really kind of a sense of maybe your own emotional burdens with this situation. You know, having perhaps a discussion to clear the air, to clear the clutter, right? And recognizing in that moment that perhaps the two of you, whoever, you know, this other person is, whether it's a romantic partner or a family member or something, there's almost this sense of, okay, we can talk about this now. Like the hurt and the pain I'm not saying that they're gone, right? But they're not fresh. These aren't fresh wounds. It's almost like you can have this discussion and really give your full kind of side of the story and listen to theirs, and they're willing to listen to you and share their love too, because, you know, we have the Knight of Cups here. But I don't think you're doing it in a way where you're trying to appease this person. You're being truthful, okay? You're being truthful, and you're making sure that your heart, okay, is at the center of all of this. You know, that you're looking out for your own feelings, for your own heart. Really lovely energy. Queen of Cups, Hanged Man, the Fool. Yeah. Five of Cups, moving away from this energy of feeling left out and abandoned into, you know, a new era. I would say a new era, because we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Hanged Man, and we have the Fool. Knowing that this is a fresh new beginning. I feel like either you are trying to reconnect to either a family member or a work situation, but it's kind of like, okay, I want to reconnect. I don't want to have this clutter between us. Either we can work this out, or we need to go our separate paths, and you're okay with that too. Really interesting, because Cancer had a very similar reading. You may be dealing with a Cancer or have some Cancer in your energy, but it's kind of like this decision, because you have the Two of Wands. It's this decision. I have to decide what is going to make me happy. And you may be having this conversation with this person to try to figure out, okay, is there anything left here? Because if there isn't, I'm ready to go on my own. You know, I'm ready to move on to the next level. Move on to something new, you know? Yeah. I really feel like with that full moon in Taurus and the 1111 portal, almost all of these readings have been about really seeing the clarity about things that are holding us back. You know, what is holding you back, Virgo, from, you know, either, I really think that you're trying to have a conversation. You know, there's two people here having a conversation. There's actually three people. There's somebody in the middle there. But having this conversation, not allowing, you know, it could be that you had been speaking to another family member, okay, or wanting to speak to another family member, but this third person has kind of been the middle person. And maybe it's now, okay, I'm not going to have this conversation through this third person. I'm having this conversation face to face. I need to know what the truth is. And then making your decision based on what is best for you, for your own heart. So yeah, I love it. I think you have the strength, the courage to do this at this time, Virgo. Because that energy that I had, it was just kind of like, yes, I'm making a decision. I'm not sitting around waiting for somebody. I'm not allowing myself to spend a lot of time and energy trying to figure out what they're thinking. I'm having this conversation, and then I'm deciding which way to go. Yeah, what do I resist feeling right now? Yeah, we have to feel it to heal it. In order to let go of pain, we first have to honor its existence. Emotions are like waves. Some are soft, some are fierce, some are layered, and some will sweep you off your feet. When we allow ourselves to feel it all, we can then release what no longer serves us. Yeah. And I feel like that's exactly what it is. You're done with the clutter. You're finally going to figure out, okay, is this something that is something I need to release, right? If it's no longer meeting my, for my higher good, I need to release this because I have people and places and things and situations to look forward to moving forward. But I can't do that until I let this burden drop. You know, dropping that burden. You know, we have the 10 of Wands. Dropping the burden, understanding it's time for me to shine my light, my love out into the world. Really lovely energy. I love this because I feel like you're in control. I think that's the thing that I really sense, that you're in control of your emotions. You're ready for this conversation. Not that it might be easy for you, but I think you just no, I have to clear out this energy so I can move forward. Really lovely energy. Well, Virgo, I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. But like I said at the beginning of the video, I am also having a contest giving away one free personal reading. To enter the contest, all you have to do is comment to this video, and somewhere in your comment put love and light. And that enters you into the contest. And I will announce the winner on November 20th. Okay. So I wish you so much love and light in this situation and all your situations. I really appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.